Right, everyone, Dan Central back again, and welcome to the second part of my new interactive video where I want all you guys to get involved to show off all your games from letters A to Z. I'm not sure if it's been done before. If it has, then oh well. If it hasn't, then I hope it's a cool idea that I've come up with. It's taken me ages to get these games together because I had to try and find games for every letter of the alphabet. And without further ado, we'll continue with letters L to Z. So let's start with L for the second part. And it's definitely got to be Left 4 Dead. Oh, this game is just immense. Like, when it first came out, I was all over it. It is one of the funniest games I've ever played. It's your classic shooting zombies, online gaming with it as well. I do still have the second one on Xbox 360, and again, that is a lot better as well, so I'm not going to complain. I can just stick to the second one. If I do want to experience the first one again, I can just, hop on the PC and experience it. But absolutely fantastic game. The second one's just brilliant. So yeah, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, although 2 is the only one I've got now on the 360. Letter M. I've chosen the awesome classic game Mickey Mania. Now, I do have this on the SNES as well, but I prefer it on the Mega Drive. Some of you might sort of go, what? Or you might agree. I don't know. I think on the Mega Drive, it's just more classic. I think the graphics are better. I just think a lot more. It just seems like a lot more effort's gone into the Mega Drive version than the SNES version. Because, funnily enough, I owned the SNES version for ages before I got the Mega Drive version. But then instantly liked the Mega Drive version, despite having the SNES version for ages. So yeah. Do you know, I also have the PS1 version as well, but they changed the name, funnily enough, to Mickey's Wild Adventure. It's exactly the same game, just ported onto the PS1, but they changed the title slightly. Bit random, but I do have that as well. But I wanted to show off the Mega Drive version because out of all of them, it's my favourite one. I do prefer it over the SNES and PS1 versions. So for me, letter M is going to be absolutely Mickey Mania. I couldn't find N anywhere. So my letter N is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It comes under N. In shops, it was under N. Well, whenever I saw it, it was definitely under N. So I'm having that. I don't care what anyone says. I'll argue that to the hills. For my N, it's legitimate. I'm allowed it. It's definitely going to be New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So I'm having that. Absolutely. For my N, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and it's an amazing game. I know they've just brought out Super Mario 3D World now on the Wii U, which looks just absolutely off the hook. But this one's a fantastic game as well, and I've had so many great times on this. It's just a fantastic game, really, for the week. Right, moving on to letter O. Had to be. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Amazing game. Absolutely amazing game. You can get, and the other one as well is Abe's Exodus. And the one that my good friend Adam, aka Interghost, has just picked up on his latest Car Booty video, which I very much enjoyed, mate. And that's Munch's Odyssey for the Xbox. But this is one of the classic ones they brought out on the PS1, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, where you play as kind of like a creature, runs around, and he has a funny voice. He kind of goes, hello. I'm not very good at doing that, but it's very funny, and he can create portals as well of his mind, so he can then jump through them and warp to different places. And it's again another one whose standard platform is jumping from ledge to ledge, and you actually help out your friends on there as well. You see another one that looks like you, and you have to help him out and stuff. P, classic game, PacMania. Had to get PacMan in there somewhere. Just too classic to pass up, really. Love the game, love it. What I loved about this version of PacMan is that you can jump. So this version on the Master System, you can actually jump. And it just made it a bit easier that you could jump over ghosts when they're kind of running or floating towards you. You could actually jump over them. Apart from the green ones where they actually jumped exactly the same time you jumped, you'd end up jumping into the ghost mid-air. So that was all. I thought that was quite a cool addition as well to it. But so no manual, unfortunately, but the cart's obviously in there. So for me, P, PacMania, just had to be PacMan. You just couldn't not include it, in my opinion. Love PacMan, even still to this day. Q. I thought I was going to struggle with Q, but then I found the perfect game. Now I was going to go with Quackshot on the Mega Drive. Some of you might actually now be going, oh yeah, that's what I can do for Q. I was going to use Quackshot, but then I thought, nah, because although I love Quackshot, don't get me wrong, I grew up with these games, and the franchise is just absolutely awesome, and that's Quake. So I've got Quake 3 Revolution and Quake 4. Quake 3 Revolution on the PS2 and Quake 4 on the 360, but just in general, Quake. The Quake games are brilliant. They remind me of Unreal Tournament as well, the Unreal games, and got elements of like games like Gears of War in it ish as well. But I love Quake. I grew up with it. I had Quake. Is it Quake 3 Arena as well? Was the other one? I grew up with it and just loved it. So yeah, Quake 4 is a great addition to the game. It had a bonus disc in there as well. Yeah, just the Quake games in general are just fantastic. Moving on to letter R then is Resident Evil. I couldn't not do Resident Evil. It's just a classic set of games, series of games. Obviously that's the original on the PS1, which everyone obviously remembers. Had a lot of fun with this game with my brother growing up. Obviously you got Resident Evil 2, 3 Nemesis, you got Code Veronica, you got Resident Evil 5 that was on the Xbox 360, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4, there's just loads basically. But Resident Evil the first one, I remember playing this when I was younger and going into the big mansion and everything, and it's quite eerie and stuff. Just love Resident Evil, so it's definitely my letter R without a shadow of a doubt. Letter S, you guys know what I'm going to choose. If I chose anything else, you'd all be hounding me underneath saying, are you insane? You love it too much, why would you not choose it? So I've got to choose it. And that's why I had Mario under N for New Super Mario Brothers, because I didn't want to use it for S, for Super, because I already had one for S. So see what I did there? Very clever, yeah? S. It's got to be Sonic. Out of every game in the entire world, everyone knows, if you follow my channel that is for a while, or if you don't, then obviously you know now, my favourite game of all time, ever, is Sonic. I've just got the original here because it's the first one, but everything, I love it. The 2D Sonics, 3D Sonics, Sonic Adventure, you've got Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic 4 that they re-released on the Xbox 360 Live Arcade. Sonic 3D, Sonic R, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic Heroes, just everything. Sonic Unleashed not so much, but Sonic Generations was a fantastic one as well. But Sonic, I love the Sonic games. They're just my favourite. I used to go around my nan's, we used to keep them around there before I brought them back to mine when I was growing up, and I used to play them all the time. It was always my first choice. I'd have all the games along the shelf, I'd always choose that first and get a load of gameplay out of that before moving on to anything else. Just my favourite. That's my childhood right there. That is my childhood. So all the Sonic games had to be under S. I just had to do it. That's the first thing I chose today. So that's S for me, definitely. T. Now, don't you be telling me that this comes under H, because I have got a backup just in case. So I've got a backup, but still, I chose for T, the House of the Dead. Oh, wrong way. The House of the Dead. I've got 2 and 3 there on the Wii, and 3 there as well on the Xbox. But again, I think you can unlock 2 on there anyway. So I've got the Xbox and the Wii versions. The House of the Dead, fantastic arcade smash. Obviously, you've got the big guns in the arcade. You just shoot all the zombies as they come at you. A bit like Confidential Mission as well on the Sega Dreamcast. But the House of the Dead games are absolutely fantastic. Just, oh, wow. Loved them. Also got House of the Dead 2 on the Sega Dreamcast as well. And I've also got House of the Dead 1, 2 and 3 on the PC. They never released House of the Dead 4 though on the PC. I was very disappointed because I played House of the Dead 4 in the arcade and I love the 4th one, but unless they have released it on another platform, I don't know about it, let me know underneath. But I don't think from what I can see they've actually released 4 on any home console, so very disappointed, but would love to see it. Now, if I'm not allowed to have that, if you reckon that should have come under H for House of the Dead, then screw you. Kidding. But what my backup is, in case that's not allowed, fine. Tekken 3. That's definitely a T. Tekken 3, love the Tekken game. I've got Tekken Tag Tournament on the PS2 as well. Loved it, played it on the PS1 demo disc first of all, back in the day, and then bought the full game as well. So the manual's a bit eaten up, like a dog's been at it, as you can see there. But other than that, great game. Yeah, just basically having to fight your opponent and try and beat them and knock them out, basically. So yeah, it's kind of almost like almost like your Mortal Kombat kind of games-ish. But Tekken's just a classic set of games, so you can't really go wrong with Tekken. So that's my other T if I couldn't have had the House of the Dead. And just another quick thing, I could have mentioned Timesplitters as well. Absolutely fantastic game again. I remember playing it 2 players with one of my best friends a while ago. And what I love about it is that you can play 2 players and you're both on the same screen running around, doing your own thing, all on the same screen, and you help each other out. Your mate might be running off ahead of you, and then you have to try and catch him up, and then you both sort of hide around corners and you work together. And I just love that element of the game as well. But it's just a great game. If you've not heard of Timesplitters, obviously have a look at it online and you know, have a look at some gameplay and see what you think. And if you like it, give it a go. But I love all of them. You've got Timesplitters 1, 2, Timesplitters 3, Future Perfect. I've got them across the PS2 and the original Xbox as well. Letter U. Unreal Tournament. I've spoken about it a little bit earlier on. Had to be. Not just Unreal Tournament 3, but all the Unreal games, Unreal 2, and all the others that are in the series. Fantastic game. Again, just for me, it's a bit like Gears of War, but I've always been a fan of the Unreal franchise. So, just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So for me, letter U is going to be Unreal Tournament 3 on the Xbox 360. Letter V, I went with another classic, and that's Virtua Fighter. And this is actually Virtua Fighter 3. It says 3TH. Is it? I'm guessing it's that Virtua Fighter 3, basically. I've also got Virtua Cop 2 on the PC. So that's another one. But ended up going with Virtua Fighter 3. I'm guessing that is on the Sega Dreamcast. Not as good as like Tekken and things like that, but it's another kind of good alternative, if you like. And I'm showing a Dreamcast game as well in that respect. So yeah, and the manual I believe is there as well. So yeah, Virtua Fighter 3 on the Sega Dreamcast would be my letter V. W, I went with Worms in the end. Could have chosen World of Illusion on the Mega Drive, but I'd already gone through a Disney game already with Mickey Mania, so I thought I'd be different and choose Worms. I've also got Worms World Party as well on the PS1. But I decided to go with the original Worms, the very, very first one. So, there we go. So yeah, obviously you play as, you've got 2 teams of Worms, and you have to basically blow the other team up with different weapons, and you've got different levels where you can jump from ledge to ledge, and you basically blow the other worms up. Really struggle with X. Oh, I didn't have anything else. So I've gone with XMen and SpiderMan. So I'm using X for X-Men. So if you say I can't have it, don't care. I think it's Sevious, Xevious. Is it on the Mega Drive? It's another one, but I don't own it. So what else could I have chosen? You know, it's all I had. So for me, it's the SNES game, X-Men and Spider-Man, where basically you've got Spider-Man and X-Men in the same game. You choose whichever character you want, whether it's Storm, Wolverine, etc. Obviously Spider-Man. They have their own unique levels you have to play through as that character, and you have to basically get through them and obviously work your way through the game. Now, why Yoshi's Safari then? Great game. You have to have the Nintendo Scope for it, which I don't own, but I have played it somewhere else before they did have one, so I have experienced it, and it's a great game. It's a shooting game with obviously Yoshi, but that's the only other one I had for Y. So Yoshi's Safari, it's a really cool game, but you have to have the Nintendo Scope for it. We've made it. Is Z, and what did I choose for Z? Of course, Zombies. Zombies on the SNES, classic game. It's also known as Zombies Ate My Neighbours. I believe it was called that in the States, but it was then called Zombies in the UK. If any of you want to correct me on that, please do, because I'm not 100% on that. But mine's just called Zombies, but I know it's also called Zombies Ate My Neighbours, and I believe they're both exactly the same game regardless. So if any of you want to enlighten me on that, please feel free to do so. But it's a great game otherwise. You play as either a boy or a girl, kid, and you have to basically go around shooting zombies. Classic style. So there we are. Whew. So, complete A to Z, sorry, of games that I own. The reason why I've said don't show your favourites is because they won't be your favourites. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure you guys have got at least 3 games of each letter that would be your favourites if you could. So just show one game. If you want to say a few others off the top of your head, feel free to do so. And let me know what you think of the games and what you've got for A to Z. So this is my complete A to Z. Of games spanning any console you like and why you like it and what you've got. So please get involved. post some video responses underneath. Link me out to them. Go on my Facebook, facebook.com/gaming369. Post them on there as well if you wish to do so. Get involved. Please have fun with it. And yeah, let's get the ball rolling on this one and have a load of fun with it. So get your games out and let's do some fun games. Doesn't matter how many parts you take, just go for it and have fun with it. I look forward to seeing your responses. Go for it.